Firm faith, an essential subject from Vinipedia. Whenever we believe in a cause or have faith in it, we do our best to help move it forward. This is much more so if we have strong faith in it. Progressing spiritually is not an easy journey, and as like anything else, to be able to achieve success in this, we need to have strong faith in the scriptures, in a bona fide spiritual master, and in the Supreme Lord. Conviction and firm faith will gradually elevate us to the stage of becoming first-class devotees, also known as an Uttamadhikari. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinay's firm faith category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. A neophyte may fall down by associating with non-devotees because he is not firmly convinced and strongly situated. The second-class devotee, even though he cannot support his position with strict reference, can gradually become a first-class devotee by studying the sutras and associating with a first-class devotee. However, if the second-class devotee does not advance himself by associating with a first-class devotee, he makes no progress. There is no possibility that a first-class devotee will fall down, even though he may mix with non-devotees to preach. Kaitanya Karitamta, Madhya LL 22.71. A person who has attained firm faith is a real candidate for advancing in Krishna consciousness. According to the faith, there are first-class, second-class and neophyte devotees. One who has preliminary faith is called a Kanihadhikar, or a neophyte. The neophyte, however, can become an advanced devotee if he strictly follows the regulative principles set down by the spiritual master. Kaitanya Karitamta, Madhya LL 15.106. A pure devotee who has firm faith in the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is to be considered a most learned scholar, the topmost aristocrat and the richest man in the whole world. All godly qualities automatically exist in such a devotee. In the preaching work of the Krishna consciousness movement, we, as the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, fully believe in the words of Krishna and his servants, the disciplic succession, CC Madhya 13.80. In this way we are presenting the words of Krishna throughout the world. Kaitanya Karitamta, Madhya LL 5.76. Read, or faith, is the first prerequisite in spiritual life and is described as synonymous with neophyte devotion. Thus our Kaitanya Karitamta, CC Madhya 22.62, says, by rendering transcendental loving service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. This confident, firm faith, favorable to the discharge of devotional service, is called RAD. Renunciation through Wisdom, Chapter 1. The injunction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the essence of all Vedic wisdom and therefore is eternally true without exception. As the Vedas are eternal, so this truth of Krishna consciousness is also eternal. One should have firm faith in this injunction, without envying the Lord. There are many philosophers who write comments on the Bhagavad Gita but have no faith in Krishna. They will never be liberated from the bondage of fruitive action. Bhagavad Gita 3.31. One who has firm faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes fixed, and his attraction for association with the Lord and the devotees increases. Association with devotees means association with the Lord. The devotee who makes this association develops the consciousness for rendering service to the Lord, and then, being situated in the transcendental position of devotional service, he gradually becomes perfect. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25. 25. We should have firm faith that the Lord is supreme and that if we surrender to Him, He will take charge of us and indicate how we can get out of material life and return home, back to Godhead. Without such surrender, one is obliged to accept a certain type of body according to his karma, sometimes as an animal, sometimes a demigod and so on. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.2. 41. By advancing in hearing and chanting, a devotee becomes more firmly fixed in his faith, and gradually his initial faith develops into a taste for devotional service, and that taste gradually develops into attachment. When attachment becomes pure, it exhibits the two characteristics of Bhava and Rati. When Rati increases, it is called love of Godhead, and love of Godhead is the ultimate goal of human life. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chapter 13.